You probably heard all the stereotypes about community college. It's not a real college.
It's for people who couldn't get in anywhere else.
Or it's just a backup plan.
I used to hear those too, until I actually went. In this video, I want to share about my personal experience with community college because it is really not what people think it is. I went to community college with the goal of transferring college, and what I found was an environment designed to help me achieve that. If you're on the fence about whether going to community college is worth it, this video will help you with your decision. Let's crush some of the myths about community college. Myth number 1, community college students aren't serious. One of the biggest myths I heard in my personal life is that going to community college is not worth it because people who go to community college don't take school seriously. And that's just not true. When I first had a thought of going to community college, I literally have close friends tell me don't go to community college because their parents told them that they're not allowed to hang out with friends who go to community college. At the time, it did make me feel embarrassed to have the thought of going to community college. But after I did my research and I actually made the move to go to community college, I realized if you go with a set intention, you're gonna attract like-minded people who have the same goal as you. I have met classmates who are laser focused on transferring, grinding through classes, and motivating each other. That accountability was extra fuel for me. The people you attract depend on your mindset. If you're there to grow and have a goal, you'll find the same energy in others. Myth number 2, community college don't have great faculty. And that is another very big misconception. Professors and faculties at a community college is not going to be as good as those from a four-year university. My experience was actually the opposite. When I went to my four-year college, I remember going to one of the advisors and asked them about transferring. And I felt like the advisors weren't really invested in the thought of me transferring because let's be honest, four-year universities don't want you to go. They want you to finish your education there with them. At a community college, the faculties actually get that. They know a huge number of students who go to community college have the same goal of transferring to a four-year university. The faculties know that a lot of the students who go there have a goal of transferring, so they are trained to get you to that specific goal. Their mission includes literally raising their transferring rate, so the support system is literally built in. So the big takeaway here is a lot of the community college professors want you to succeed beyond the classroom, and that makes a huge difference. Myth number 3, you won't get the college experience. You know, I've heard people say you won't get the college experience if you go to a community college. But honestly, the college experience is what you make it. I still made friends, joined activities, and had study groups with like-minded people who were just as driven. If anything, it felt like a more intentional community because everyone was balancing work, education, or transfer goals. The maturity level was actually pretty refreshing. So the college experience is not tied to a dorm or a big sports game. So the college experience to me is really about the relationship and how you interpret the experience you gain there. Myth number 4, community college limits your future. When I first brought up the idea of going to a community college, not only my friends, but their parents too, have personally told me to not go to a community college because they just don't think going to a community college can potentially lead you to your personal goal. So for me, take my example. I transferred from a community college to USC, and guess what? My diploma looks the same as everybody else's. Employers don't look down on it if you go to a community college. That's just a personal choice. And if anything else, they respect the hustle. They know that you were intentional by going to a community college because you were there with the goal of transferring and you're willing to work hard. From my personal experience going to a community college, there is a distinctive group of people who are very hardworking, have the same goal of transferring. Since they're there with that intention, they're willing to work hard, and they did. Plus, by going to community college, I did save a lot of money, got more clarity on my goals, and built more confidence before stepping into a university environment. So the big thing here is community college don't limit you. It can actually set you up for a stronger future. So is community college a backup plan, or is it actually one of the strongest moves you can make? For me, it was the latter. I'm so grateful I went to community college because it taught me so much, from focusing on your goal, building relationships with like-minded people, and finding the professionals and resources that help you specifically for your goal. They literally have workshops that talk about how can you max out your potential of getting into a four-year university. They literally help you with college transfer. They want you to transfer into the dream college of yours. By going to a community college, it gave me direction, mentors, and a community that motivated me. It shaped me into who I am today, and I'm so grateful for that experience. It wasn't a downgrade, it was actually a launchpad. So if you're considering going to a community college, don't let the stigma stop you. Go in with intentions, take advantage of the resources, and you'll be surprised at how far it can take you. And if you're a person who went to community college, drop your experience down in the comments. I want to hear your story. And if you're into honest conversations about growth, career, and chasing your passion while balancing life, hit that subscribe button. I've got plenty more to talk about coming your way. And if you're interested in learning about time management, I'm gonna link this video right here or here, where I break down my busy life of working a 9 to 5 with many side hustles and how I balance life with my time management skills. Until next time then, I'm Michelle. See you next time. Peace.